How are you enjoying the new semester at university so far? Any important events that your older brother should know about?
Nothing yet. It's only the first day. But Elise is back at her old job, and I briefly met Evelyn too. Seems like whatever problem almost caused her to drop out last year has been taken care of.
Boring. That's not what I meant. Have you run into Finn yet? You two haven't spoken since your birthday, right?
There was nothing to say.
And you still haven't told me why. Come on, Willie, give me something to gossip about.
Shouldn't you be helping your boyfriend with his daddy issues? Or teaching him how to ski on the slopes of Mount Komorebi? Either way, there's no time for gossip. And I should go to class now. Bye.
Wait. Damn it.
I told you to stop teasing her.
I'm not teasing. I genuinely want to know what happened there, and whether I should punch someone in the face or not. Wouldn't be the first time I stepped in to help Willie deal with a fellow student. But Lucian was only bullying her. Finn might have broken her heart.
Ah, the joys of puppy love. Don't worry, she'll get over it. And no, you definitely shouldn't punch a little boy, no matter what he did.
He's 23. He'll survive.
Wait, your 13-year-old sister is dating an adult? I'm sorry, but that's even more problematic than when my family encouraged me to marry my cousin.
No, it's... Never mind, forget it. Speaking of your family, is your grandfather here yet?
That's what I came to tell you. He's expecting you downstairs.
Call me paranoid, but I don't trust our guests.
You don't trust anybody you don't know. And yes, you are paranoid. This isn't one of your trashy crime novels.
And Tiamo isn't just anybody. He's Suki's ex-boyfriend. And quite creepy as well. The way he looks at me with those glowing red eyes. I can never tell if he wants to kill me, or worse, kiss me.
Wait until you meet the rest of his family. The mother ruined one of my businesses on Solani. The sister blackmailed me into teaching her astral projection for free. Tiamo is the nicest of the bunch, at least from what I know, whether he defiled your wife as a teenager or not.
Certainly not. She assured me their relationship was never indecent, but very chaste, as is right and proper. Otherwise I would never have let him set foot in my house.
Your house, Chomio? Quit acting tough. We both know who wears the pants in this marriage.
Not Daddy.
Excuse me?
See, even little Emiko knows.
I'm the smartest and funniest person in the room. You should look into my head. I have my very own comedy show in here.
Leviathan, this is my grandfather, Masahiro Shimizu. He's on Solani every once in a while, so you might actually have crossed paths there.
The death flower dealer who also owns a spa, right? We've never met face to face, but yeah, I remember.
Of course you do. Your favorite hobby was to give my customers unwanted rain showers, when all they wanted was to relax in the sun.
Guilty as charged. Although I'm surprised that that's what you chose to bring up, not the one time I stole a uniform from the staff room to serve a very stressed businessman from Brindleton Bay. That treatment resulted in quite a shower as well.
How indecent.
That was you? I don't even wish to know what you misused all my special massage oil for, but I had to restock afterwards, not to mention how long it took to get the overpowering lavender scent out of the room.
But you've never had a more satisfied customer. Totally worth it from a business perspective, don't you think? You're welcome.
And now you can return the favor by helping Lev contact his dad, who happens to be the angel of death, Azrael.
Exactly. Tiamo tells me you're the local expert on everything death-related, friends with our very own necromancer Vero, and that the residents of Senbamachi celebrate some sort of festival in Azrael's honor tonight.
You truly believe I owe you this?
Grandfather, didn't you hear what they just said? The angel of death, the one with the dolls made from fairies, is Leviathan's father.
That's what they said, yes. But one of them recently got arrested. The other openly admitted to lying to one of my customers just to get in his pants. Can they really be trusted?
Who's paranoid now?
As I said, happiest customer ever.
And my arrest was just the result of a huge misunderstanding. One that has since been resolved, or else I wouldn't be free again.
You have nothing to lose. But if you help them and it works, you might finally get to say a few words to death personified. You've been trying to make contact with him since your second wife died, remember?
Trying and failing, I might add. What do you think is different this time?
This time you have his son by your side. We can help each other.
And you will be doing it at the Festival of Light. Don't underestimate the effect that the right atmosphere can have.
All right. We'll give it another go and see what happens.
Wilbica, still haven't had enough of university life?
No, Lucian. Why would I?
I didn't think Principal Grayhill would give you another chance after you failed his class last semester. But having a mother and a brother who happily bribe people with money and sexual favors respectively can come in handy, I suppose.
Well, I still don't know what exactly you are studying, but this is a history class, not a meeting of the anonymous assholes. Are you sure you're in the right room?
My study program encourages me to acquire extracurricular skills, and this class is about the history of witches in our country. So for me as a witch, it seems like a good place to start.
Silence, please.
Wait, what?
I am Dr. Miel. Not the name on the information sheet for this class, I know, but Professor Rivers has fallen ill on short notice, and I'm his substitute for now.
No way.
Yeah, I don't believe it either. He's probably been hit by a parking car again. That Rivers seems to be quite the klutz.
It's my job to get you up to speed on the basics of this subject by the time he gets back. Let's start with something simple. Can anyone here name any famous witches from history?
The 13 Witches.
Very good. And their names were?
Elphaba, P. Hallowell.
You're a witch yourself, Ilian. One that works for the SCIA in Del Sol Valley. What the fuck are you doing here in Brightchester?
Ophelia, Mary Poppins, and Baba Yaga.
Beautiful. All these lights on the river. But the river could be a little more rapid, don't you think?
Lev, as much as your desire to wreak havoc everywhere you go would make my mother proud, I suggest not blowing your chance of getting to meet your father.
And how exactly is standing here and enjoying the scenery going to get me any closer to him? What are these lanterns even supposed to represent?
The souls of our ancestors, and all the other people who have moved on from this life to a higher plane of existence. The Festival of Light is all about commemorating the dead, and death itself.
Doesn't sound so different from any random funeral, and I've never run into the angel of death during one of those.
Well, I'm sure you've never performed my grandfather's ritual in a graveyard. Speaking of which, look, I think he's finished his preparations.
Let's hope they will be worth something.
He's very impatient. That's not helpful.
I can't blame him though. He's been an orphan all his life, never knowing who his parents were until recently. And what he learned wasn't easy to digest either.
So you and him, are you actually a couple?
Yes, Tomio, they are. Some men like men. Get over it already.
It's not that, I'm just. If you're attracted to men, then why were you ever interested in my wife?
Oh God.
Awkward.
I'm attracted to both men and women, and also to non-binary, and trans, and intersex people, even to some aliens who don't share our human definition of gender. Because love knows no gender, and I simply don't care about it.
I don't understand that. You must have preferences.
I do, they're just more flexible than yours. It's called pansexuality. But in case you're worried that I might make another pass at your wife, no need. I tried the last time I was here, but gave up the moment she told me about her husband and child.
Fine. I suppose I can accept that.
That being said, I can't promise that she will keep her hands off me.
Excuse me?
Please don't.
Think about it. My name is Tiamo, yours is Tom Mayo. Very similar, isn't it? You have black hair like me, my eyes were also brown before they turned red, we're both writers. Considering all this, can we be certain that you're not just some rebound guy she's using to get over me?
What? Suki, is this true? Did you marry me only because I remind you of him?
Daddy, please. You're neither as famous nor as good looking as him.
He's screwing with you. You need to learn how to take a joke.
Impressive. If the Grim Reaper isn't enticed by fire that looks as cold as his heart must be, I don't know what else we could try.
Your sarcasm isn't going to do you any favors going forward.
Can we just get on with it?
Patience. The ritual has already begun. But if this is so urgent, why did you come all the way here and ask me for help, instead of our mutual friend Vero, whose relationship with death is even closer than mine?
They say my father lives in this part of the world. Makes sense when you consider that death magic apparently originated here. I thought being physically close to him might make it easier for him to hear my prayer, spell, or whatever it is we're doing here.
Well, if you're really Death's son, we shall find out soon enough. Close your eyes and think of someone you've lost. A soul that has passed on. Like I'm thinking of my second wife right now.
Does it have to be someone I've actually met?
Since this ritual has never worked for me before, I can't tell you what works best. But as long as they're important to you, it should do the trick.
I don't usually play matchmaker for people outside my family, but this was an especially intriguing case. Biddy was frustrated because she liked North, who barely seemed to notice her, always pining after other women, like that new chick at HR. So she pretended to have a crush on another agent, Ilium, to make him jealous, but that didn't work either. At the same time, she didn't even want North to come onto her, because she thought it was her job as a feminist to make the first step, something she was too shy for, and whenever he did make a pass, she'd reprimand him for it, which in turn led to him turning to other women.
What a vicious cycle. Good thing you sorted it out for them.
Yeah. Although I really wish I could have gotten it on with that guy myself.
Why didn't you?
Because he's not a fucking rapist, that's why. Jesus Christ.
Because he wasn't as pansexual as I am.
So you don't go after people who don't want you?
Well, there was that one time I had sex with a lesbian woman. But believe it or not, she was the one who initiated it. Guess I'm just that irresistible.
That's indeed hard to believe. But as long as you don't come after me, I guess we won't have a problem.
Don't worry. We talked about preferences, and you're definitely not my type.
How rude.
Leviathan is coming back.
How did it go?
Not at all. Not a single sign of life from the Angel of Death. Can't believe we came all the way to this frozen hell for nothing. What a waste of time.
Are you sure? Perhaps the ritual just needs some time to...
No, it didn't work. Your grandfather said so himself. Let's go home. At least it's warmer there.
Shit.
That's it for today. Please finish the chapter we started at home so we can pick up right where we left off next week. See you then.
That was kind of pointless, nothing I didn't already know. But at least it can only get better from here. Are you going to the cafeteria?
Eventually, yes. But not with you. Bye.
Bitch.
What is an underage witch doing at university?
Funny. I was wondering the exact same thing about a government agent. If you're here to arrest that old fart Principal Grayhill, for whatever reason, you have my full support. If you came for a rematch after I kicked your ass in Del Sol Valley, I'm open to that too, provided you don't cheat with your necklace again.
If you must know, I studied to become a teacher here, and even worked as one for a couple of months before the SCIA recruited me. And now I'm back here again after they fired me.
For refusing to undergo experiments to determine why you have a magic power that only aliens should have.
I reminded Director Ravenhurst that we still had a bone to pick with your family, yet for some reason, she had no idea what I was talking about, and even got mad at me.
The timeless timekeeper was stolen by an unknown criminal not associated with the Mamminis or their friends. Anyone who claims otherwise is a liar and deserves to be prosecuted.
Running into you here wasn't my plan, but rest assured, I will find out what you and your family are up to, and I'll put an end to your reign of terror once and for all.
Is that meant to be a threat?
Please stay out of this. It doesn't concern you.
I won't stand idly by when I see a little girl threatened by a grown-ass man, not even if that man is my teacher. Whatever dirty business her family has going on, it's probably not her fault.
You have no idea what you're getting yourself into.
Maybe not, but I'm definitely getting myself out of here. And I'll take the girl with me, if you don't mind.
Better luck next time, Ilium.
Let me know if that creep ever bothers you again. My family has a way of dealing with people like him.
As does mine. But thanks anyway.
Oh, So he wasn't entirely wrong when he accused you of being involved in something shady?
Depends on how you define shady. Our beef with him was based on a misunderstanding though.
Perhaps you can tell me more about that at lunch. I'm about to meet with my boyfriend at the cafeteria, and he loves crazy stories too. And there he is.
Finn.
You know him?
So that woman. That was her.
Hi Wilbica. I've been meaning to tell you about my girlfriend Sharon, but you never answered my calls.
Yeah, sorry. I've been busy.
I can imagine. Is your family alright? I heard about the arrest.
What arrest?
The aforementioned misunderstanding with I mean Dr. Miel. One of my many crazy stories, you know.
Oh well, it looks like you two have already met.
In class, yes. What a coincidence.
What a great, happy coincidence.
Strange place. It should be cold here, but it's not. Is that a shrine? Why does it say my name on this wooden plaque?
Because your father did what he could to prevent his only child from dying prematurely. One of his dolls bears your name too.
Mother? But how?
You called me, and I came. The ritual didn't fail. But some things require a little patience.
Are you? Is this real?
I'm not physically here. Neither are you. I wish we were, so I could hold you in my arms at least once. But yes, it is real.
I've been imagining this moment for so long. And I have so many questions. But now that you're here, I don't know what to say. Except, I'm sorry.
There's nothing to be sorry for.
But you look so young. Younger than I am today. For as long as I can remember, I've resented you for abandoning me, yet I am the one to blame. You didn't even get to live your life before I killed you.
Please stop thinking that. You and your father both believe that you caused my death, but neither of you did. It was just nature. Bad luck. My time was up. But believe me, I made the most of my life while it lasted, and I don't regret anything. From what I've heard, the same holds true for you.
I can't imagine any mother approving of the things I've done.
But I do. And I'm proud of you. In death, you start to see the world from a different angle. Rest assured that I've accepted my fate. I am at peace, and I wish you the same.
How do I know you're not just saying this to calm me? For all I know, you could be in some kind of hell, put there by death himself so he doesn't have to see you, or think about his failure as a father, whenever he's having tea with his fellow angels in heaven.
Oh, Leviathan. You really think the worst of me, don't you?
You. My mother and I aren't really here, so I suppose you aren't either. Why hide from me, if you're really not as bad as I think you are?
I have to stay out of your life. It's easier this way, and safer for both of us.
Or just for you. It was never easy for me, growing up as an orphan nobody wanted. You didn't even bother to give me a name, leaving it to the Sulanese to name me for some mythological sea monster because of all the storms I caused. Some for fun, some because I couldn't find any other way to let off steam. How much worse could I have turned out if you had taken me with you?
You would have grown up very unhappy here, in this icy wilderness. You know, drinking tea in heaven is not what an angel's life looks like. Just like the witch's ageless sage is hard at work to keep the magic realm from falling apart, my kind is doing the same thing for the world as a whole, and it's a full-time job.
Then why did you travel to Sulani and knock up a human woman in the first place? How did your busy schedule even allow for such a distraction?
It didn't. The truth is, I was just tired and exhausted, trying to get away from my duties. I broke the rules. But I didn't want you to suffer for it, or die for it, as Joe Fiel suggested. Staying as far away from you as possible was the best I could do to keep you safe. And even though I'm deeply sorry for all the pain it has caused you, I would do the same thing again if I ever had another child.
But that's not to say he doesn't care. To the contrary. Loving someone means doing what's best for them, even if it hurts you. And sometimes, that includes letting them go.
Being lonely can't be the best for anybody.
But you're not lonely. Even without Rana or me, you have a family now. And it's time for you to go back to them. We will meet again when the time comes. Until then, goodbye, Leviathan.
Sylvan.
Pardon?
The name I would have given you if I had lived to meet you. Or Sylvana, if you'd been a girl. Not a name one would associate with a merperson, and my parents probably wouldn't have approved. But what can I say, I've always been a bit of a rule breaker myself.
You never mentioned that to me.
I was waiting for a chance to tell him first.
Thanks. Mum.
I take it your first day back at university didn't go so well.
What makes you think that?
You're making a candle. That only happens when you're upset, or need a gift on short notice. And there aren't any important birthdays around the corner.
Excuse me? Oh wait, my birthday is in early March, not February. Forget I thought anything.
I have a new teacher at Foxbury. It's Ilium.
The SCIA's telekinetic bitch? No offense, bitch.
Meow.
Except he's not with the SCIA anymore. But he's still spying. Seems like we have a new witch hunter at our heels who is a witch himself this time.
We've fought him before. If he acts up again, I'll gladly put him in his place. Is that everything that happened today?
Yes.
So no problems in class, no personal drama, no one I can send a cursed flower bouquet to remind them not to mess with the Mamminis?
No.
Okay. In that case you probably won't mind me taking back my obtainium fragment that somehow found its way into your crafting corner. That shit can do quite the number on your emotional state when used in the potion, so you don't want to risk it falling into your candle wax, do you?